Ladies and gentlemen, today we have a very interesting video to get into because we have some updates about some new Switch 2 games, some of them good, some of them not so great. We also have an update about a new remake that has been rumored for a while. It's pretty much confirmed now. Other updates about upcoming Switch 2 games and a potential leak about a Switch 2 game. So let's go ahead and get right into this video. So we have a very interesting video to get into today, but before we do that, a couple things. One, today is the Game of the Year Awards. I will be streaming at 8 p.m. Eastern Time right here on my channel. I have a couple games I'm going to give away, probably some eShop gift cards as well. So come and hang out and let's watch the Game of the Year Awards together. Also, I am trying to hit 24,000 subscribers before the end of the year, so if you could hit a like and subscribe, that would truly mean the world to me. Also, follow me on Instagram and Twitter so we can keep the communities growing. And also, have you ever heard the term link in the description? You know, check out the link in the description. I'm going to show you a different link in the description. Yeah, pretty cool stuff, huh? So let's go ahead and get right into this video. So today, when I got up, I was getting messages and comments and everything like, hey, did you see what game just got a random shadow drop for a Switch 2 edition? And I was wondering at first, because I didn't see what game they were talking about, I was trying to guess what game it was. And then once I actually learned what game it was, I should have already known. So Skyrim has an official Switch 2 edition. This is the anniversary edition. They got a Switch 2 edition. And I think there might be a free upgrade path if you already own that edition, at least I think so. But you know, already I'm hearing mixed things about this, right? I played Skyrim, not the anniversary edition, just the regular edition on my Switch OLED, and I loved every second of it. It was my first time experiencing it. It was a lot of fun. The anniversary edition, I believe, has some expansions as well as some like mod support and a few other things. So I'm actually reading right here, if you have Skyrim but not the anniversary edition, you can upgrade the anniversary edition from the base edition for 20 bucks, but if you already own the anniversary edition, then you can get the upgrade for free. So you know, it's not too bad. But this sounds exciting, but the upgrade is really like not that cool. The frames are still 30 frames per second. I'm not even the biggest frame rate snob at all. I really don't care that much. This is unacceptable for a game that is almost 15 years old. And then just looking at the graphics and seeing comparisons, it truly does not look like different at all. I guess maybe some of the loading times are better, and I guess some of the performance is better, but I'll be honest, it almost just seems like another way for them to sell Skyrim, but at the same time they basically gave it no effort. At first I was kind of excited about this, but quickly that excitement started going away. Now another game that is getting a Switch 2 edition, and I'm sure it's not going to have as much hype as Skyrim, is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splintered Fate. The Switch 2 edition for this is releasing on December 16th, and this is actually looking amazing. It's going to be 4K 60 frames per second, have game share and game chat, and I believe it actually comes with some DLC as well. So it's like a night and day difference in effort over Skyrim to this. I know Skyrim is getting all the eyes on it right now because it is Skyrim, but games like this, man, they deserve the praise too. So this is something I'll definitely be picking up. Now, speaking about the Game of the Year Awards, there's a game I think we're actually going to see tonight. It's been rumored for a while. It's the industry's worst kept secret. It's a game I actually played right up until the release of the Switch 2. I think it was actually the final game that I played on my Switch OLED now that I think about it. And that is Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. An amazing game, still holds up incredibly well. Probably the greatest Assassin's Creed game of all time. And it's not like a real Assassin's Creed game, it's almost just a pirate simulator or whatever. It's amazing. So there's been rumored a remake for quite a while. But yeah, this game is probably getting shown off tonight, and we actually have an official title for it. So there's an actual PEGI rating for this now, and it says Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. So I think that is the official name of this remake. Not only do I think this will show up in the Game of the Year Awards tonight, but I think this is going to be releasing in the very beginning of 2026. And I could see this releasing day one on the Switch 2 as well as the other consoles, right? PS5, Xbox, PC, and Switch 2. And we've seen the Assassin's Creed Shadow port. Ubisoft is doing great work, man. So I'm inclined to believe this is also going to play great on the Switch 2, and I would buy this in a heartbeat. So yesterday I had a video called the most anticipated Switch 2 games of 2026, or every Switch 2 game confirmed in 2026. And the reason why I'm saying or, now on YouTube you can put two titles and they'll pick the best one. But I had that video come out yesterday, And in the comments, somebody said, there's one game you forgot, and that's the new Animal Crossing game on the Switch 2. And I said, I didn't forget it, I just didn't include it because I'm not that excited about it, and it doesn't really feel like a Switch 2 game. Like some of these Switch 2 editions, they feel substantial, like Kirby. You feel like you're actually playing a Switch 2 something, right? Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, you feel like you're playing a Switch 2 game. Super Mario Party Jamboree, I didn't feel that. And Animal Crossing, even though I haven't played it, I just feel like you're going to be playing just Animal Crossing, right? But I don't think that's the case. And we have some big updates about the Switch 2 version of this. And we're going to be hearing a lot of these updates officially in like 5 or 6 days. So Nintendo is hosting several digital events for media on Animal Crossing New Horizons 3.0 update this week. And the embargo for this is on December 16th. Nintendo will also be providing new footage and an opportunity for media to ask questions regarding what was shown during that event. And the embargo is on the 16th, so we'll be seeing all this information very soon. But I think this is kind of crazy that Nintendo is going all out like this much for a Switch 2 edition. And I think this Switch 2 edition, as well as the free update, I think it's going to be a little bit more substantial than we all initially thought. I don't know if Animal Crossing has had a pretty big update in quite a while. I bought Animal Crossing New Horizons when it first came out, and I played it every single day for like a month. But, you know, that's the last time I played it, and I had nothing to bring me back. This seems like a pretty big update. This seems like something that you could sink a lot of hours into, and maybe it'll make me pick it back up. But also, I think with this update being so big and then pushing it this much and having this many eyes on it, right? I also think this means an exclusive Switch 2 Animal Crossing game is years away at this point. And if it can turn out to be something amazing and massive, and I don't want to say groundbreaking, but you know, Nintendo tries to implement something different every new game, like with Donkey Kong breaking everything, and Mario Kart World, you can drive on walls now, and Metroid Prime 4, there's, I don't know, I didn't pick it up, but with everything going on, I think there's going to be something different in Animal Crossing that we're like, okay, not only is it better graphics and gameplay, but they also went to the drawing board and added something a little bit extra, and the scope of the game might be pretty big, so we can see why it took years, you know what I mean? I think Animal Crossing New Horizons came out in 2020, so if a new Animal Crossing comes out in 2027, 2028, 7-8 years between releases, that's a pretty big deal. But yeah, I think that free update and the Switch 2 edition for Animal Crossing is going to be a lot bigger than we initially thought it was. So that's coming in January, right? And that's right around the corner. Now, I think we could be getting a free, or maybe multiple free Switch 2 upgrades for some Switch 1 games, maybe in December, or maybe in January as well. Maybe everybody gets their Switch 2s for Christmas, and then in January, Nintendo says, look, buy all these old Switch games that have free Switch 2 upgrades. Then we have Switch games that have Switch 2 editions, and then obviously you have Switch 2 games as well. So maybe that's when they'll do that, and I think that actually makes a little bit more sense now. But a few days ago, we talked about Nintendo accidentally leaking, or potentially leaking, that Pikmin is getting a free Switch 2 upgrade. And they showed this on the eShop, or the little news page, where it says, play these games enhanced with free Switch 2 upgrades. They showed Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, but they also showed Pikmin 4. And Pikmin 4, while I think the game is okay and plays fine, it could definitely benefit from a free Switch 2 upgrade. But maybe that was a mistake, right? Maybe that was just something that happened by accident. Well, I found a new patent from Nintendo, and it's either going to be for the next Pikmin game, or maybe this will be for stuff that's going in the Switch 2 edition of Pikmin, because I don't know if they would do this for just a free upgrade of Pikmin 4. But as you can see, the date this was published for was December 9th, which is the day I'm recording this video. And as soon as you see the character art, you're like, yeah, that's definitely for Pikmin. We have red characters, white characters, blue characters, and then them saying heave ho. I don't know if they said this in other Pikmin games, but I'm pretty sure this is from Pikmin 4. Reading through this patent type is called abstract, and what they're working on is like different sounds for different characters, or having multiple sounds play on the screen for multiple characters at once, and it almost just seems to be fine-tuning everything. So that's why I was leaning on this for being maybe a Pikmin 4 upgrade, or maybe I guess a Switch 2 edition. But I think this is for Pikmin 4, and you know, we have that random leak that Nintendo put out that it's getting a Switch 2 upgrade or Switch 2 edition, whatever. Then we have this patent, and the timing on these things is normally pretty close together. Like, I'm pretty sure I found a Kirby patent and a Mario Party patent both before those Switch 2 editions of those games were announced. So maybe this will be for a Switch 2 edition, and I do think that would be pretty cool, right? I think there's those 10 or 15 games that Nintendo has that are staples of the Switch. Some of them already got Switch 2 upgrades, some of them got Switch 2 editions. But if we're being honest here, all of those games will get one or the other. And I think Pikmin is just neat, man. So regardless of what this is for, again, I think this might signal a new Pikmin game being just years away at this point. But ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about this? Because your opinion matters most. So in the comments below, I would love to hear from you guys. If you made it all the way to this point of the video, do your boy a favor, hit a like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter so we can keep these communities growing. And you guys know me, I'll see you very soon with a new video. Peace out.